Once upon a time, there was a philosophy professor who was known for his unique teaching methods. One day, he visited a primary school and brought with him a large empty jar and a bag of large stones. He placed the jar on the table in front of the class and asked them if it was full. The students all agreed that it was. The professor then began to place the stones into the jar one by one. When he could fit no more stones in the jar, he turned to the class and asked them again if the jar was full. The students hesitated this time, but some of them still said yes. The professor then reached under the table and pulled out a bag of pebbles. He started pouring them into the jar, shaking it slightly so that the pebbles filled the spaces between the stones. When he was finished, he asked the class again if the jar was full. This time, the students were more cautious. They knew that the professor was trying to teach them something. "Probably not," one of the students said. The professor smiled. He then reached under the table again and pulled out a bag of sand. He started pouring the sand into the jar, and it filled all the remaining spaces between the stones and pebbles. When he was finished, the professor asked the jar was full one last time. "No," the students all agreed. The professor nodded. "Now," he said, "I want you to imagine that this jar represents your life. The stones are the important things in your life, like your family, your health, and your friends. If everything else was lost and only these things remained, your life would still be full. The pebbles are the less important things in your life, like your job, your possessions, and your hobbies. These things are still important, but they are not essential. And the sand is everything else. It is all the little things in life that can sometimes stress us out and make us feel overwhelmed. But if we focus on the stones and the pebbles, the sand will take care of itself. So remember," the professor said, "when you are feeling overwhelmed, take a step back and focus on the important things in your life. Don't let the sand get in the way of your happiness." The students were silent for a moment, contemplating the professor's words. Then, one by one, they began to smile. They realized that they had learned a valuable lesson about life. The Jar of Life story is a reminder that we should focus on the important things in life and not get caught up in the little things. It is also a reminder that we are all in control of our own happiness. We can choose to focus on the positive things in our lives, or we can choose to let the negative things get us down. The choice is ours.